Intel and AMD are unlikely allies in a new x86 ecosystem advisory group will remain the fierce competitors. In a rare public-facing display of cooperation between two of the industry's fiercest rivals, Intel and AMD jointly announced the formation of a new x86 advisory group to ensure a unified x86 instruction set architecture (ISA). Moving forward, an important consideration given both potential addition of new features and various x86 simplification efforts already underway. The companies announced the x86 Ecosystem Advisory Group at the 2024 OCP Summit. It's already several notable industry software and hardware stalwarts as participants, including Google, Broadcom, and Dell, and HP, and Lenovo, Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, and Red Hat, with more to come in the future. The 46-year-old x86 is the most prevalent ISA used for general computing for PCs and the data centers. And the Intel and the AMD are the only two primary x86 architecture licensees that build new processors in high volumes, creating a duopoly. Cooperation between the two, with the input of a BVI of customers and end users, will help to build a more unified approach that reduces or even eliminated custom ISA implementations that can be problematic for the duopoly's hardware and software customers. That's becoming even more important as the x86 ecosystem faces intense pressure from the ARM in both consumer and data center markets, not to mention the continuing rise of RISC-V. The new group intends to standardize at least some of new additions and alternations to the x86 ISA, which includes several simplification efforts already underway. The alterations and areas of collaboration aren't yet defined, but there are plenty of clear candidates that could be up for the discussion. For instance, AMD has its supervisor entry extension, SEE, which are designed to clear up some of the old cleft in the ISA, while Intel has a flexible return and event delivery, FRED, code, which has a similar goals. Intel have begin work on x86 as a simplified 64-bit only implementation designed to strip out even more of the legacy cleft. While cleaning up is an obvious area of potential cooperation, the x86 ISA is also constantly moving forward with new additions, and here, alignment between the Intel and the AMD could become even more important. For instance, Intel has recently introduced AMX, a matrix math extension that dramatically boosts performance in AI inference workloads, and AVX10. Both would benefit from the more uniform implementations among the vendors. However, they will certainly be even newer as yet unforeseen additions, particularly regarding various instances that support AI operation. Before the announcement, we spoke with AMD Forrest Norred, EVP and GM of each data center solution, BU, and Intel Justin Hotard, EVP and GM of the Data Center and AI Group. The AMD and Intel are excited to come together in this, said Norwood, and we think it's one of the most significant shifts in the x86 architecture in decades. Just as Justin said, x86 is the de facto standard. It's a strong ecosystem, but it's one that Intel and AMD have co-developed in a way, but at arm's length. And that caused some inefficiency and some drift in portions of the ISA over time. When we step back and look at it, we see that it is a de facto open ecosystem. Open ecosystems benefit from having a consortium with the stakeholders or with a voice in a driving ecosystem forward, said the road. However, we shouldn't expect AMD and Intel back off their competitive instinct. We're gonna remain fierce competitors. You know, Justin and I are friends first, but when we show up to work each day, we are fiercely trying to compete on behalf of our companies and ensure that our customers have compelling choices from each one of the companies. But we can compete even while we are driving industry standards together. And there's a rich history of Intel and AMD doing that, said Norwood. I think the other question you might ask is, why now? It's because we are seeing a real shift in the demand for compute. We are at an inflection point. We think it's the right time to enable this new consistent architecture as a source of innovation for our ecosystem, Hotard added. We are looking at our innovations in the architecture, and going forward, we implement them into standard ways, and we think that provides easier adoption for entire ecosystem, whether they are hardware vendors or software developers, said Hotard. There have been many different features requests that we've had for x86. Some have been adopted by one of us, and some have been adopted by neither of us. I think the agreement that we will have a consistent approach is foundational, so we have a good predictability. Better collaboration and standardization will also benefit security-related features. Intel and AMD already collaborate on multiple axes behind the scenes, and standards such as PCIe, HCPI, and USB, among others, resulted from intense collaborative efforts across the industry, and so naturally coming to some collaborative decisions about the future of x86 could become contentious between the two rivals. But the right cites the presence of other companies and customers and the group as a guiding force that will keep the companies headed in the right direction. VIA Technologies is also another x86 licensee, but the company status in the group is unknown for now. Intel purchased much of the company's assets, though VIA didn't retain the right to make 86 processors. I asked Intel and AMD about the matter. Representatives said that VIA is free to join the group, but they will also follow up with more details. AMD and Intel intend to chart a new course together for x86 to ensure compatibility and consistency. However, given the long design cycles for modern processors, we shouldn't expect to see the impact of the new x86 adversely for at least a year, if not longer. For now, neither company is willing to commit to specifics, but we are sure that will change in the coming months. Okay, today I read this article The Intel and AMD are unlikely allies in x86 ecosystem adversary group. We will remain fierce competitors. Thank you for your time and see you next time.